Greetings friends, welcome. Today we're adding a little flip card effect to our scroll to top web component. So at the moment, yeah, it's pretty basic. If we come down here, it just plonks this on the screen and scrolls back up. It works, but we're going to add it now so that it will fade in and spin, rotate as it comes into view. Before we do that, if you find yourself enjoying the video, feel free to click that subscribe below, change the alert icon to all, and you'll get updates for future videos. Alright, so here's our code that displays this part. So similar to other flip cards that I've done, we'll add a div and give it a flip container, and then we'll also add a nav wrapper and call it card. So what do I need? On flip container, I just need to say perspective and make it 800 pixels. And then on card, I need to say transform style and say that is preserve 3D. So that's some of the basic flip card setup. Now, what we want is when it's hidden, I kind of want to I want to hide it and have it rotated. So and we would want to just rotate it through 90 in this case. It's not like the 3D flip cards where we rotate it 180. I want it 90 so it's kind of hidden. And this will be a problem. So let's do visibility hidden. Just because we want it to animate. If you put display none on, it can't interpolate between those two. But hidden we can, I think. We'll see. We'll see. And then rather than showing like this, I think we'll say opacity. And we'll just give it an opacity there. So we would no longer need opacity here. Let's see what we've got at the moment. Okay, so it's still just coming in at the moment. We need to say show the animation for this. This is my old toast. I'm just going to take that out. So I think on probably both of these even. Transition, we'll say 1 second all ease in out. Transition. Like so. So show and hide, we want both of those to say that. What have we got at the moment? Alright, so spinning in. Yeah, it spins in. There's no opacity change. I think on hidden, we'll need to say 0. So if you scroll down now. Okay, yeah, so it's spinning in and the opacity is looking pretty good. So that's quite nice. That's working. I wonder if it'd be nice if it sort of slid up from the bottom as well. Can we do that? Possibly. I think the main thing though is that we can enable this and disable it, allow the user to enable and disable it. You know, so I would want to have a property, something like, let's just call it fancy. And say false for the moment. So what I'd like is for the user to have to specify to enable this. How can I get it so that this would just revert to what we had before? You'd almost want to just take the transition out, and it would just do it, would it? Yeah, could we have another class, fancy, and in there we'd have the transition. So I'll leave it there as well, just so we can see it. We would take it out from those, and then we'd want fancy class to get added. Depending on whether it's enabled or not. If I just, let's see what's happened at the moment. So yeah, at the moment that's fair, it won't animate, which is what we'd want, and then we'd want the fancy class to enable it, but I don't think we can put it there. We're going to need it here, are we? Yeah, it needs to be on this div. It can't be on the container. So how do I add multiple classes using this variable? You know, I would like, let's get this over here. I would like to do 2 of these like this and say fancy, and if it's not fancy, then it's just blank. So I'd like, I don't know if that works in lit element. Oh, okay. Is that working? If I take this out, we'd know. I still, oh yeah, I've got it up there. I've got it on these still. So that should break. That should make it go to normal. And then if this worked here, then we'd get it working. But it doesn't. So I'm not sure about this syntax for adding multiple classes. And I can't put it on the one above because that doesn't work. How do I disable it? Yeah, it's definitely disabled at the moment. I just want to add this class to this along with this guy here. Right, I'm just going to go and look on the element. I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back. I think I can just do a plus in here. Whoops. Open in. Went to the bottom. Yeah, so I can just add my class simply by doing a plus sign in here. So what I would do is, if we're fancy, I would add the fancy class. So at the moment we shouldn't be. It will just plonk it on. If I look at this there, I should be able to come in here and say, okay, we're a fancy class, and then scroll down. It did this before, and that should, I had to now say fancy equals true rather than just providing it. Yeah, that's weird. I definitely got a little bug somewhere. I should be able to, for a Boolean, I should just be able to add that. I don't know if it's a capitalization thing or what, but okay, we can say fancy is true. That is strange. Let's go, let's make it just in case it's something to do with that. So it's all lowercase. Does that still work? No, still I can't do it as just putting that on at the moment. I'm not sure what I'm doing there. Alright, but that I'll have to fix that another time, but that works if you say fancy equals true. I just want to be able to put fancy on there as an attribute, which I should be able to do. Just done something silly somewhere. Right. Okay, so we can enable and disable it with that flag now via adding this part here. Pretty good. I need to add that into the documentation. So what have I got? Testing. Let's have a fancy section. You can enable so something like that. Attribute. So we would say something like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Save that one off. All right, and now we're just going to push that back up to NPM. So we'll do a git add, get that in, git commit. All right, and then I can do an npm version patch and an npm publish. And we should be good to go. Alright, so if we come onto npm here, I can see I've got my new version, 0.3.30, and if we scroll down, we're still getting a couple of downloads. If we scroll down, I've got the new section for fancy in the readme there. It hasn't quite worked. I managed to get a line and not that, but I'll fix that up later. Alright, thanks very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like that, thumbs down if not. Catch you next time. Bye.